This is the Night Owls Disc Golf Podcast. I'm Shane.
And I'm JP.
All right, we back at it. How was your week?
It was good. Pretty good. Well, busy.
Yes.
Busy week for sure. These last 2 weeks. Just, I don't know. Sports are coming to an end. Well,
Kinda.
One season is kind of coming to an end, and another one will be starting soon. It's so funny. Dempsey, okay, so his last game was Saturday. And then the varsity team had a game Monday, but like JV now is like done. So they don't have practice or anything. He has immediately moved on to basketball.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. He's like,
Soccer sucks.
yeah, that doesn't suck, but he's just like, well, I'm not practicing anymore. So he's like, he's been outside every day after school shooting for like at least 2 to 3 hours.
That's great.
Yeah, he'll come in like rest for like a little bit and eat or whatever, and then he's like back outside in the dark too. Like
That's good.
We don't really have like many lights outside. He's like, I can still see. So I last night I turned on the garage light and like opened the garage door so he could come home. And then Alyssa got home at midnight. She's like, the garage door is still open and the lights are still on. I was like, no, he was supposed to shut the
Dempsey, you had one job.
Yeah, exactly. So not bad, but
that's good.
So we kind of moved on.
I heard the varsity team absolutely schmammered their opponents in the regional game.
No, it wasn't regional. It was just it was a regular scheduled game. They won.
Oh, okay.
They won 10-1. They have a makeup game against them again.
They mercy ruled them?
They mercy ruled them. Yeah. The game got called 20 minutes before the end, and it was 9-1. They were up 8-0, and then they had the other team had a goal kind of like trickle in. It's kind of weird. And then all of a sudden we scored again, and then one kid had a breakaway, and I don't know if the coach wanted him to score or not. And then all of a sudden he like was on a breakaway and he kicked it in. And then like 2 minutes later they called the game.
Yeah.
It's like, but this happened to the same team last year at home as well. They got mercy ruled. Yeah.
And they have one more game to play against them.
Yeah. Next week a makeup game.
Jeepers.
Yeah. And then the game before, and then the next day they play their regional game at home. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So pretty crazy.
Can they just cancel that game so they're not like exhausting their kids?
You would think so. Or invite some kids from like the lower squad, which they should actually, because this team kind of played like a JV team. I wonder if that'll happen. If they're like, okay, we need to rest some of our varsity players for for our actual game, if they'll ask more JV players to play up. Because they added about, I want to say about 5 players from the JV squad to the varsity squad Monday, and a lot of them got in.
Oh, good.
And then
maybe they'll call up some more.
Maybe they'll call up some more and just be like, we're gonna play our JV guys.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, especially if they have that regional game. And I hear their regional game is going to be a tough match.
It is. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty difficult.
Yeah. Well,
and then volleyball tonight for our school had their seeding meeting for regionals, and they're also playing the same team as soccer.
Oh,
Bronc
really?
Valley. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
So both should be difficult.
Jeepers.
And then what else? Not much. I got out and threw some discs today for a little while because it was like pretty nice in the evening.
Good deal.
And yeah, just trying to like dial some things in before the tournament.
Very nice.
Next week. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, great. Yeah, it was kind of the end of a couple for us as well. So we had our very last game, and we did end up winning.
Nice.
And so we did go undefeated this season, which
is there like a playoffs or anything for you? It just ends?
It just ends, yeah. But we are technically the Peninsula Conference champions.
Cool.
Technically,
Yeah.
since no one beat us, of course.
Yeah.
And then Algoma was a different team this time. Like we beat them 46-6 or 48-6 last time.
Huh.
It was 20-6 this time, and it was 6-6 to half.
Jeez.
It was a good game.
Dang.
It was a good game. I think it was a bit of us being overconfident.
Okay.
And then them coming out as a different team, like have a debt to settle. Like
interesting.
But it ended up being, it was just a really good, tough, strong game, and test the kids' mentality a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of fun to watch the boys out there, like, starting to struggle with, like, we can't lose this game. Like, this game hinges on our undefeated season. Like, this is the last one, and putting some importance, and then all of a sudden seeing them kind of come down on each other and do stuff like that, you know, where, like, when the rubber really meets the road.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
So there was a couple strategic timeouts because of that reason, you know, going out there and be like, hey, it's time to lift people up, not break them down. Like, we're a team. We've done this together. Like, you guys are all capable of doing it. Just do it and help each other, you know? And so, but it worked out really well. I'm super proud of them. And they really came together as a team. So it was really, really, really awesome to see that.
Nice.
So, and it looks like there's going to be a little bit of recognition on behalf of the school, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
So actually,
wow.
these like a post in the Pulse and stuff like that.
Dang.
So,
All right.
I know. I was like, huh. Well, that's good. And I go, and I kind of pushed it a little bit. I was just like, you know, like, I understand, like, every win, we don't want to be like doing press releases. I was like, but this team went undefeated, like truly undefeated. They went out there and competed and went undefeated. Like, that's a big deal for these guys.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you should celebrate that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not a like everybody gets a trophy type of guy, but like, this is something that should be celebrated.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
So, and they took it and they're running with it. So, sounds like, I guess it's going to be in the whatever the Viking thing is that comes
Viking
out in the
voice?
Pulse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. So, and then it'll go in the, from what I understand, it's going to go in the yearbook too.
Nice.
So, that's pretty cool, man.
That is cool.
So, I'm glad they get a little recognition with it, because I was just like, it didn't seem like it was going anywhere, and now I was like, yes, finally. Like, that's what we want to see, you know? I mean, so let's celebrate the good, and, you know, and pick up the bad, I guess, you know, and help them become the good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that was good. So we have one more practice, which is tomorrow. It's going to be basically turning in gears, and we'll do like a mini combine, and then that's it. And then I'll bid them adieu, and then basketball season starts. So I'll help a little bit with basketball for the 8th graders, but I know I probably won't be there very often. Maybe 1 or 2 practices, 3 practices. And then it's finishing up. So, like, my son goes into basketball, daughter's going into basketball. Like, she's already shooting a bunch, he's shooting a bunch. And he starts in about 3 weeks, but she starts like 2 weeks from now. Isn't it? Something like really quick.
It is. And like, I think the week after they start practicing, at least Dempsey has like their first game.
Their first game. Yeah. It's nuts.
I remember, well, last year I remember it being more staggered. Like, the girls started earlier and then the boys started later.
Yeah.
Like, more towards Christmas. Like, and the girls started kind of closer to Thanksgiving. So I don't know why there's such a rush on like starting or whatever, but yeah,
I'm not sure, but it is what it is. You know, we're starting. You know, it's one of those, like, sorry, I had a panic moment, like I didn't press record, but I did. But it's starting. You know, it's just that time of year now. So now she goes back to softball too, and then, you know, Malachi starts training triathlon stuff again. And then on November 4th, we're doing the Austin Rattler. So we'll be out riding mountain bikes in Austin, Texas, which I've put on 8 miles this month so far.
Okay.
Not good. Not good. But it'll be okay. I mean, it's kind of more of just a boys' weekend. Like, me and my best friend and like forever, like childhood best friend, we get together with our sons and we just try to just do like a boys' weekend,
nice.
You know, and just
cool.
have a good time. We take kids out of school and go have fun. So that weekend we will not have a podcast, most likely.
Right on.
So, because I won't be back till probably Tuesday, and I'll probably be exhausted.
Makes sense. Hey, that's my birthday weekend.
Oh, it is? Oh, sorry.
No worries.
I would have invited you, but
that's okay.
I didn't know. So,
it's on a Monday. That's gonna suck.
It is a Monday. Yours
my
is a
birthday's
Monday?
on a Monday. Yeah.
Oh, that's the day. I'll shoot you a text and say happy birthday.
Right on.
So, but yeah, so then that's that. So, and I think outside of that, the only other big news is I am officially a graduate student again. Yeah, so I'm getting my master's. I'm getting, another master's.
Holy cow.
So we started it. It's all self-guided online. It's through Concordia University, Irvine. And it's coaching and administration. So
oh, wow.
I'm just going to go through and it's simple enough that I feel that I can make the time for it. So we'll try it. We'll give it the first winter semester. So it starts actually November 17th. So then I'm going to go get myself educated.
Nice.
So it's pretty nice. But they have a really focused, like, program where you can go very specifically into a certain sport.
Get
for
out.
coaching. It's really neat. Usually it's like this vague, and that's why I haven't, because I had gotten accepted to Liberty to do the MBA program, and I was just like, what am I going to learn from an MBA program that I haven't learned from actually doing, right?
Yeah.
And if it was
brag that like you're like all the foundation guys went here.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like I have a connection, you may have heard of them. Yeah. So then I went to because they have a coaching program there too, and I went there and I was just like, man, it's all so vague, everything's so vague. And then I went to the Irvine, and there was like 3 schools I was looking at, and then I went to the Irvine one, and just like I don't know if it's Providence or what, but like a email came in and it was like, hey, we have a coach. I was like, really, a master's in coaching? So I went and looked at it, and it was very focused. Like you can get like exercise science like as the secondary of the.
Yeah.
I was just like, huh. So, and it's all online self-led. So it's nice. You just have a timeline. You got to start it by this point. You got to end it by this point. But everything else is self-led. So if you get it done in 2 weeks, you get it done in 2 weeks. If you get it done in the 8-week semester or whatever it is, or 11-week semester, then you get it done in 11 weeks.
Wow.
So, yeah. So we'll see. So I'm going to be a master's student again. So,
cool.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I've never been a great student because I'm just a procrastinator.
Same.
So we'll see how it goes again. But it's something I really, really want to learn more about. And why not if I can put a piece of paper behind it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you guys got to start paying me more. I have a master's.
Yeah, exactly. So, that big middle school paycheck you give me, you better add another 0.01 to it. Yeah. So, no, nothing. It's not for any reason like that. I mean, that money's never been the focus for why I coach, but I think just being able to give more back to the community, and the boys, like, it'll be great. It'll, and if I can help any of the other coaches with anything through my knowledge, like, that'll be awesome too.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we'll get to disc golf. So today we're going to talk a little bit about USDGC. We're going to Tour Championship is coming up. Update on Kristin Lätt. And then we got some feedback for our 89% comment. And if you didn't listen to last week, we said that 89% of disc golf courses are free to play, and that needs to change. And, at least I did. I don't know if JP was really on board or not, but we got some feedback from it. And then outside of that, I got some trivia and a thought-provoking question. Ooh. So we'll start with the trivia because it's short.
Okay. All right.
Since 'tis the season of Halloween discs being dropped, we're going to do some Halloween-related stuff.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
So one of the most famous things that go on discs is pumpkins, right?
Okay.
So it's pumpkin-themed.
Pumpkin
Themed trivia.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Because Innova always does their pumpkin. And usually the Halloween buzzes they have a pumpkin in them somewhere. I don't know of the last one that didn't have a pumpkin in them. But they always do like, what do they call it? Why can't I think?
Well, it's like they do like horror icons.
Yeah, there you go. I was trying to pop culture. There you go.
Yeah,
they do like pop culture stuff. So, so this one, how many pounds of pumpkins are sold every year?
Pounds
in the United
pumpkins?
States only? How many pounds of pumpkins?
Holy cow!
Are sold every year?
256 million.
Not even close.
No.
Way more. Way more.
Like a billion?
A billion. 1.3 billion to be exact.
Wow.
1.3 billion pounds
Dang.
of pumpkins are sold in the United States.
You ever see those people who grow pumpkins for like pumpkin competitions and like how ridiculously huge they get them?
And then how valuable their seeds are. Like they after the weighs in, they will like cut and they have like guards standing there and they like pull all the seeds out of the pumpkin and then they'll dispose of the pumpkin. But they make sure you because if you get one of those seeds, like if this is a champion pumpkin, you can grow that pumpkin.
I don't know if I buy that. That seems pretty lucky.
They do it though.
Well, okay. I mean, I feel like anybody can grow a huge pumpkin if they really like understood it.
Oh, I think this is a bet. I feel like next year we're having a podcast about the pumpkin growing.
I mean, I have grown pumpkins in my yard on accident.
Okay. Elaborate.
Well, the kids like somehow a pumpkin got smashed in our yard like 2 years ago or something, and all of a sudden this pumpkin vine just like magically grew, and we had pumpkins. We had like little pumpkins growing, and I'm like,
that's awesome.
This is super easy.
But they aren't like 800-pound pumpkins.
No. They were small gourd-like pumpkins. Yeah, they weren't huge.
Yeah, because I wonder if because I've seen some of like these growers and how they do it. I mean, and they put like silk sheets on them and like nets around them.
Yeah.
And like they get crazy with it.
Well, yeah, because they're afraid animals are going to get into them and all that.
They get stupid crazy with it.
Anyway.
All right. How much is spent on pumpkins every year? So that 1.3 billion pounds of pumpkin.
Oh my gosh.
How much is spent on them?
Okay. I got to think like pumpkins are easily like 10 to 15.
That's store county price though.
Okay. All right. True.
So back it up 50%. No.
I'm going to say like 15 billion.
No.
No?
So remember pounds, not each. So like 1.3 billion is pounds.
Oh,
so,
pounds. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'm going to stick low, like 400 million.
Close. Not really.
Oh, okay.
800 million.
Dang.
So 834 million pumpkin industry. That's how much in sales for pumpkins.
Jeez
$834 million. And if you don't quite understand how much 834 million is, that's a lot.
You can buy a sports team.
Yes,
in pumpkins.
Yeah. Here are your pumpkins. I wonder how many dump trucks that would take.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's a lot. All right.
Like the big industrial ones that they use for like mining and stuff.
Yes. Dude, I want to drive one of those so bad. It's like a 3-story house. Like you've got to walk up a staircase to get to the cab.
Yeah.
And at that point, why do you put a steering wheel in it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it just seems out of place. Like you have this tiny little cockpit. I mean, it's honestly like this phone is a cockpit, and then this table is the truck.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, all right. So 80% of pumpkins are thrown away each year and put to no use. This isn't really trivia. This is more just
okay.
Hay. And that means no seeds, no nothing are used out of them.
Wow.
So here's my humanitarian deed for the year. Make something out of these pumpkins, or go take them out in the field and smash them. Huh?
Yeah.
Just smash them and let the deer or something eat them.
Right.
Don't throw them in the garbage.
Yeah.
Like do something with them. But seeds are fantastic and they're super easy to make.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, pumpkins, you can just roast the pumpkin. So you break it up and you use the flesh of the pumpkin.
Right.
Roast it and you just like blend it up. And guess what they put in cans?
Yeah.
That right
True.
there. So very useful, but you got to use them. Don't just throw them away. 80%. So that means 1.3 billion. So almost 1 billion pounds of pumpkins goes in the garbage without being used.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
So there you go. We talk about wanting to solve world hunger. That's a pretty big piece of it there. So with your pumpkins, but just get them before they get all gooey and sloppy.
Yeah.
We have one on the front porch that's already all like gooey and watery. It's like melting into the pavement.
It doesn't really happen until you start carving it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like once you get like the air gets to it and everything on the inside.
Yeah.
Then it
And
gets
all you got to
nasty.
do is or nick the outside or something. And they just become water. It's great. All right. Well, not great. Gross. More like. All right. Here is the thought-provoking question.
Okay.
And we can use it towards, and it'll flow into Kristin Lätt's update.
Got it. Okay.
So how do you feel about setting goals?
Oh, I think everybody should set some sort of goals in life. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like it's a good measuring stick, right? Progress till you get there or fall short or whatever. But yeah, I feel like at some point in life, you always have to have a goal set for something.
Sure. Yeah. What would you say if I disagree with you?
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Are you one of those people who are like, if you don't set goals, there's no expectations, and
No,
you can't
no,
fall
no.
like you can't be disappointed if you don't have goals?
No.
Okay.
I'm
That's kind of how I am sometimes.
that is the lazy man in me. I am one of those guys like, I'm not going to set a goal because then there's no expectations, right?
Right.
No, I think goals are something that has a finality to it.
Oh.
There's an end point.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
So I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with setting goals.
Right.
What I think there is that if you live your life on goal setting, that you're essentially setting yourself up for disappointment. Because once you achieve those goals, and this happened to me, once you achieve a certain level of success in life or something like that,
Yes.
you reach a goal, you're like, oh crap, I just worked the last 30 years or 20 years or 5 years or 3 months to achieve this goal. What now? Right?
Yeah, right.
Or, like, man, I want to lose that 15 pounds. You lose that 15 pounds, you're like, cheeseburger,
Sure.
immediately. So you reach your goal and now you're like, well, screw it now. What do I do?
Yeah.
So that's where I think goals can be disruptive if they're not used appropriately. Now, I think you can set a goal within an overarching, pattern of life or something like that, or, some sort of objective.
Yeah.
But I think if your goal is always the end goal, you're always chasing something. And I feel like that's unhealthy because once you hit a point where you've reached those things that you want to do, now what? That's where a lot of disappointment comes from athletes.
Yeah. Right.
So, you have anything to say about that before we move it into Kristin?
Oh, no. I get what you're saying. But like, there are those people who are like, okay, I have reached my goal. How much further can I go? They have more motivation to get past the goal that they like.
Yes.
But then you're kind of setting another goal. But I'm thinking of like people that, weight loss is obviously like one of the most common goals there is. Like you reach that target goal, but then like you're like, okay, how do I maintain it? Or can I smash through this?
Right.
In disc golf, there's a lot of people that distance, right? They're like, oh, I want to hit this, and if they don't, whatever. If you go past it, you're like, hey, that's great. How much more can I get? And like I think that's the biggest thing that people are chasing in disc golf. Besides winning and everything, but like physical capabilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that, and I see that, and I think I think they can be healthy goals. Like, I think there can be healthy goals. So, for me, I don't know if I necessarily say that I set goals. Let's talk about this master's thing,
Yeah.
It's not that I set a goal to have a master's. What it is that I am a person that educates myself on things that I enjoy, right?
Okay.
So getting a master's is not a goal of that. This is just how I am and who I am. Like, I am constantly diving deep into different subjects because I want to educate myself. I want to be the most knowledgeable person I can on something that I love. So when I do things, like, the goal is not to have that finality of I got my master's. The goal is to learn as much as I possibly can. So there's never a point where I end. You talk about coaching and the success of athletics. I think that's also one of the things. The goal is to win, right? Or the goal is to take the state championship, or the goal is, you always have these things. And I think when you're getting into listening to goal setting, which I think wrongfully, maybe that's some of the downfall of some great teams.
Sure.
Is that they have this goal of winning the next game or winning the next championship, and once they do that, they kind of lose their path. Okay, so now what?
You
right?
definitely see the fall off like the following year. It's like it's very hard to repeat and keep that same level of momentum every year. Like you'll see some teams, reach that champion, and then they call it the championship fatigue or whatever, and it's like they don't have the same energy or stamina to get to that level again because they had it the previous year, and then how do you work to maintain that?
Yes. And you look at it, and that's even on the franchise side too. So, it's not only just the players and the coaches, but you look at the franchise as well, because you look at the money that general managers spend on people, and then all of a sudden they get that goal. Like, who was it? The Falcons that were infamous for doing that, like having this fantastic season. No, was it the Falcons? Who was it that used to do that? But they would have this fantastic season and then just like see you guys later. We're just going to kick you to the curb to free up new, and then we're going to get all these young guys and shoot for it again.
Sure.
Right? That was the Falcons that used to do that,
It
right?
could have been, yeah.
But anyways, so, you look at these franchises will do the same thing. Like, oh, we've hit that goal. Now what? Well, let's get rid of the team. Let's start the goal over, instead of like, hey, you got there, like dance with the girl you brung, right? Or the girl or the guy that brought you there, however it goes, whatever that saying is. Like, why don't we just keep the motivation going? Like, it's not about the scoreboard. It's not about that goal set, that next win. That it's about just getting a little bit better every day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like that's really hard in high school sports, especially because you have athletes, that happened to our basketball team. We made it to state. And then all of a sudden that group of, you graduate that group of seniors or whatever, and it's like, okay, how do you reload? Like you reload, right? Like we had a decent season, but we didn't reach the state level.
Right.
And I mean, we rode that high of like getting there, It was like pretty awesome. And then you're like, and then you just have to rework, and you have new talent, and you have to redevelop, and
And that's a big culture thing, though. I mean, that's something that it's hard because you want to do your best for the older, the seniors in the groups. We'll be specific about high school. You want to do your best because you want to give the seniors the best opportunity to be successful that year. But you still have a culture to live by, and I think if you develop that culture into something that focuses on being better, being more precise, being, like having less error, and you develop the entire program that way, and being more, technically sound. You can go on and on, whatever sport you're looking at. But you focus on the little things rather than these big, hairy, audacious goals, the BHAGs, these big, hairy, audacious goals, like I'm going to win the state championship. Like if that's your focus, that's what's going to happen. When you get to that point, like, what about the rest of the people that didn't get any playing time, didn't get any reps, didn't get anything? Like, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Because now the next year, like, you have all these kids that are like fresh, like, okay, let's try this. And now you got to build with the sophomores. So these juniors get screwed because now you're working with the sophomores because you're not going to be able to do anything with the juniors that next year. So it's this funny and exciting thing. So are you ready to move on to Kristin?
Yes.
Okay. So with that and how it pertains to Kristin, is Kristin Lott set some big, hairy, audacious goals, right?
Yes.
And she's admitted to saying that. And in this, I'm super excited. I was just telling JP off mic that I'm super excited that she's in disc golf, because disc golf with her is better. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's, planning events. She's running, marathon disc golf events. She's doing stuff with her husband.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. But she has all of a sudden made all these goals again. And the thing that she's reported to her unhappiness is that she achieved everything she needed to achieve in disc golf as a player, and she felt empty, and obviously the family thing ties in and all that stuff. But she felt like she just didn't have a purpose. It wasn't fun anymore for her. We've talked about this about 3 or 4 episodes ago, maybe 2 episodes ago. I don't know, maybe 1 episode ago. But we've talked about it before. And I think what's happening is I don't think she's realizing that these big, hairy, audacious goals are just an end point for her. And she's going to continually keep chasing if she doesn't back up and just take the small wins.
Yeah.
And focus on the small things rather than focusing on these big, giant, hairy obstacles out in the future. Like, I want to see this sport grow to 7 million people in Estonia. And then when that happens, what does she do? Now she's like, well, I'm burnt out. I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to go into photography,
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, on social media, she's still kind of plugging disc golf stuff. Like you said, she said she and Silver are running events. So she's still like got disc golf in her life, just maybe not compete. She said she was still playing like casually, having fun there. But she's got the photography thing. Like her house is like finished being built. So that's the next thing to, she's there for her daughter, her family. That's big for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she still has some things. And people that like tag her in like social media right now, she's still, sharing those things. And so it's not like she's not she's not completely gone, I will say. She's still keeping tabs on things that are happening. I'm sure she'll probably watch the championship and all that. You know, she'll be more of a fan than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And she may or may not fade out. You know, I mean, from what she's doing now, she probably won't. If it continues the way it's going. You know, but you know, for her, I'm excited to see her in it. Like I'm not taking anything away from Lätt being involved in disc golf. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Love to see her play, of course, but you know, it's those big, hairy, audacious goals that these athletes pick, and once they hit those, they're like, "Oh crap, what next?" Like, their goal was to be the best player in the world and accomplish the highest, biggest, and best things, and she did. So now, where does she go from there? She wasn't doing it for the love of the sport. She was doing it for the accomplishments.
Yeah.
And a lot of athletes fall into that. And that's not, you know, that's no harm against her, no harm or foul. Like, that is just what we teach athletes. Like, the only way to be a good athlete is go to D1. The only way to be, you know, an accomplished athlete is go to D1. So we fill all of our youth with these ideas that the only way to be a successful athlete is D1. Then you look at all these D2, D3, NAIA schools that are just killing it, murdering it out there. They're doing so great.
Right.
And these kids are still getting educations. They're still, you know, having the time of their life, but they don't feel successful, you know, because they're not at that D1 level.
I was just thinking, you know, it'd be great if Latitude or the DGPT for that matter just has, you know, offers her some kind of ambassador program, you know, or not program, but like has her as, because then she doesn't have the pressure of playing. She can show up to events, but then you're kind of just a show pony, you know, in a way. I don't know if she would like that necessarily. Like, oh, you just want to, you know, trot me out in front of all these people for certain events or whatever it is. But it is an idea that you're still connected to disc golf and you can get something out of it by still having all these fans, you know, coming to see you because of how great you're a legend, you know?
And she always will be.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever take that away from her.
Right. Exactly. And if it's an anxiety thing and crowds are something that, you know, she has to deal with and doesn't really want to, then, you know, whatever. But it's just a way for her it would still be a way for her to get up.
And she alluded to the home life. She really wants to be home.
I mean, and that's just it. Like, you could just do it for European events. You don't have to travel here. You could just be like, hey, she's going to be at these tournaments. Or like at Rock Hill, they had the Legends thing. You know, like Paul, Climo, Ricky, and then I forgot who the FPO was. Was it Juliana Page?
And
Val? No.
Yeah, it was DOS. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, you could do something like that.
Yeah, I think so. And you know, not that I'm saying that she should do whatever the heck she wants to do,
absolutely.
for sure. But you know, what can be learned for the sport of disc golf, and maybe in sports in general, from her example. And I think that's something that might be learned. And if she recognizes it, and she's able to give that advice to the younger generation of players, because she still seems to care about the younger generation of players. If she's able to push this on to younger generations and be like, hey, like, the way I did it, I accomplished a lot, but maybe that's not the best way to go about it, right?
Right.
Or learn from my mistakes. Like, don't focus on this, focus on this. But that has to be from her. You know, that's nothing that you or I can tell her or anybody else can tell her. That has to be from her. But it sure would be nice to see some sort of legacy program or legacy involvement with some of these older folks or some of the more accomplished folks of like, here's the pitfalls, here's the things to avoid, and here's some good advice. You know, some true coaching going on.
Right. Like I was going to say, like we're talking about disc golf coaching.
Yeah.
What a great coach to have out there, or somebody to just pick their brain about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's even, you know, it's a mentality too. So, you know, like Kobe was never a coach per se, but he sure did talk about where his Mamba mentality came from and how it came about and why it was good and why it was bad. Like, he explained all that stuff. He gave insight before he unfortunately passed away, but He gave insight to who he was and how he played and why he played certain ways and what was good and what was bad about it. Man, it sure would be nice to see that from some of these high-level players for disc golfers, especially for some of these young women that are out there like grinding right now.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's some things you need to look out for, right?
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome to see. So
It would be.
So anyways, but I mean, it's good to get an update. It's good to see that she's still in it. Good to see that she's having some fantastic family life. Good to see she has that Porsche.
She did say she ended up buying it because she fell in love with it.
Yeah.
That is true.
So, you know, it's awesome. I mean, good for her. She made the right decision.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
So that's good. All right. Well, let's get back to the feedback of the 89% now.
Okay.
So 89%. So I think we vaguely went over it already, but 89% of disc golf courses are free to play. And I am a firm believer that that needs to change. And we got a little bit of kickback, and both good and was the other one bad?
No, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't bad. It was just a take that was like, I don't know if I.
Just didn't agree.
Right.
100% anyways.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that's good. So we have from, and I did not ask if I could share this, so I'm just going to say somebody that designs courses gave me feedback and said, hey, I love the take on the pay to play. And the issue is that many municipalities usually don't pay for these things. They're usually raised. And essentially, there's no skin in the game for the municipalities. And what ends up happening is that if they're willing to invest in a good course, the property value, everything will go up. But the things, having money ingested into it, I'm trying to paraphrase this. I don't want to read it specifically.
Yeah, right.
But I'm trying to paraphrase. But essentially it says, you know, with money being injected in, things will be better. And you need more money to support, maintain, and improve the courses. And it says when you do that with municipalities don't have any worry or bother about that because essentially, and 90% of the time, municipalities pay for these things, or they get these things paid for by people that raise money for them.
Okay.
All they're doing is just using the land, right?
Right.
So I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, that's kind of what he was conveying here. So thanks for the insight. And this is, like I said, from a course designer. And he just said it would be nice to see more people put money into these courses because with the money comes better courses, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and he sees it as a designer. So, what was the other feedback we got?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I got to bring it up real quick.
So, and obviously that supports my opinion. So,
No, this was on YouTube. This is from some, Moonshine Orv. He said, we have about 5 18-hole and 2 9-hole courses within an hour. Only one is a $5 fee. The rest are free. They're volunteer and sponsor supported, all well maintained, basic amenities. We will be. I'm not sure. Okay, hold on. Well, I would be willing to pay $5 on any of the courses. I'm not sure that it would change the quality of the courses or attract more players to go. While I completely understand courses that are built and maintained by a club or store would benefit from the fees of the courses that are volunteer built and maintained really wouldn't have, would benefit the courses that are volunteer built and maintained really wouldn't have that big of an impact. And at the end of the day, disc golf is just a game. It isn't actually a sport yet. So maybe someday.
shots fired at the end there. We might get into that.
Disc golf is just...
It's just a game, not a sport. Man, I'd
Right.
say $1 million a year to play the thing would say otherwise. But that's neither. If cheerleading is a sport, disc golf is a sport. Let's say that. Okay. All right.
Right on.
No, I like that feedback. I think it is an opinion because they are probably well maintained.
Sure.
But let's be real. Let's step back. Who's that? Moonshine something, whatever his name is.
Moonshine Orv.
Yeah, Moonshine Orb. Like, step back and take a real thought. What are things that are missing on your courses? I can guarantee you that you think there's things that can be improved on your courses.
Sure.
You said they are fine. They're good, right? They're not excellent. They're not top tier. And that's the point I'm getting at. With the extra money, they can be excellent and top tier. They can have
Yeah.
the things that you're hoping they have for. And when you said they have basic amenities, why can't they have superb amenities? Why can't they have all the amenities you need? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why are we so content with bottom of the barrel? Why can't we, like I said, why can't we be Chipotle? Why do we got to be McDonald's?
Yeah.
Like,
So I guess I'm curious if he I'm sure he does. I'm sure this fine fellow probably goes to leagues, pays
sure.
league dues and everything, and that's how the club helps maintain these courses. So in a way, you are like contributing to.
So there's
pay to
money.
play. There's money
Yeah.
going forward. Yeah.
Yeah. There's money. Money has to be out. I mean, like, it requires money to run these courses, like plain and simple. And if the money stays dedicated to the courses, the more money, hopefully, the better. Unless it's this weird, like where the coffers build up to millions of dollars, PDGA, and they don't do anything with it. But that's a rarity. Usually, disc golf courses and clubs and caretakers, take every dime and put it right back into that thing. And I don't speak from personal, like, that's what I did, and I mean, a lot of money has gone into these courses.
Yeah.
And a lot of my money has gone into courses, but also the community that gives, all that money goes straight back into those courses. And man, I wish I had more money to put back into the courses.
Speaking of this, Lucas, isn't he's like, he's designing it, huh?
Stabino.
Yeah. He's like designing and like building a course as we speak, right?
Yep.
And is it being paid for by the municipality, or is it like?
I think he has a budget from the municipality. I think I don't know the details for Lucas, but I know he also runs leagues and he has a pot for leagues, and he does a fantastic job with leagues. But he is one that he has always been very mindful of where the money goes, and because he was one that we helped. With a little bit of money, we were able to help to get bridges and signs and everything at Pinecrest.
Yeah.
And then he ended up moving on. Well, not moving on, but he's started a new project.
Yep.
And, we'll support in any way we can. But guess what that is? It's money.
Yeah. Right.
So it all costs money. So I don't know. I appreciate the take. I really do. And I think it is true. Like, if you are content playing on an okay course, like a just fine course, and that's what it seemed like he pointed out there with his verbiage. And maybe I misread it, maybe I misheard it, maybe I'm trying to substantiate my own beliefs in it. But man, like, why can't we have exceptional, awesome, great? Like, why can't we use those words and it be backed up? And what that takes is a bit more money. Because if you have the people there and the club's doing it, and the club is like, what the club would do with more money? Make it that much better.
Yeah.
As long as you have honest, genuine people running them, right? As long as it's not some like heartless billionaire that's like, I'm going to take your $5 and put it in my pocket, 'cause that would make a difference to them for sure. So with that being said, I appreciate the feedback. I mean, keep it coming. We love responding to comments. I think it's really fun, actually.
Yeah.
If we have a whole show on responding to comments, that'd be awesome.
I would give out a number for people to talk and just like bring up topics and stuff, but I don't really want my phone blown up.
No, I have two numbers. I have one number that's public, and I have one number that it's not public.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just put that number aside and have people call us.
Or leave us voice message.
Leave a voicemail, yeah.
Voicemail and here's what's up. And here's and you just play it over and respond to the questions and stuff. Yeah.
I think that would be fun too. I like that. I don't know if I want to ever go the live route, because you never get authenticity out of live. I think if they can hide behind a phone or a keyboard, you're going to get authentic, especially if they disagree with you. You're going to get authentic feedback.
Sure.
But if they don't have the keyboard to hide behind, or the voicemail to hide behind, it's a little harder, when you're live on a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right. Tour Championships happening this week. So Tour Championship is a go, and it is happening, and it goes on the 15th. So this weekend. I had it up here, and I don't have it up anymore, of course. So with that being said, it is happening. So do we want to make picks on what we think is going to happen?
Sure.
Okay.
So the Rock Hill, or not Rock Hill, sorry. It's going to be played in New London.
Yeah.
And so I saw somewhere that Andrew Presnell described it as the hardest layout he has ever played. And that's interesting because like we were talking many episodes ago about New London moving, right? And that they were going to have to move
And they did.
And so,
well, they didn't move. They just lost a certain number of holes.
Right, because they were building a parking lot and like shopping center or whatever it was. And so the new layout's supposed to be pretty tricky.
Yeah. And I think I saw the Foundation guys played it recently with somebody.
Yes, I think so.
And I saw it and it looks absolutely terrifying the way it plays. Like, and New London was hard to begin with, it looked like. Now it looks even worse. And was Macbeth part of the redesign?
Ooh, I'm not sure. He might have been.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But I did know. Did we talk about Macbeth and Brody coming back on? They were on Tour Life?
Yeah, I mentioned that
you did,
he was going to be, that Paul was going to go on Tour Life after his victory. So like they talked.
So that's awesome. That's cool. All right. October 16th to the 19th, Lynchburg. And so I guess we can kind of look and see what we're going to be, who we're going to be picking. So the layout is a bit different. So they will start with a stroke advantage based on their finish. So Gannon Burr is our number one, and he will have an 8-stroke advantage over the field. And then Calvin Heimberg will have a 7-stroke advantage. Paul Macbeth comes in third place with a 6-stroke for Isaac Robinson because they're both tied for third. And then tied for fifth, we have 4 players. So Kyle Klein, Ezra Robinson, AB, and Ricky Wysocki will all be 5 under to start. And from what I understand, they hold that. It doesn't reset at any point. They just play on from it. So Gannon Burr giving him 8 strokes. Boy, oh boy.
I know. But, so, I mean, only 1 stroke in front of Calvin.
Yeah, so, only 1 stroke, and then 2 strokes in front of Macbeth. I mean...
Yeah.
And being that it is Macbeth's design, you hope he has a little bit of course designer love, but...
Yeah, right.
A hard course is a hard course.
Exactly.
So... And Macbeth didn't hold the record there for very long. I think Simon destroyed it really quickly after he initially put it in. So that is the MPO side.
Right. And so they're playing 2 rounds at New London, and then they're playing 2 at Ivy Hill.
Yep.
So, rounds 3 and 4 are at Ivy Hill, and then the FPO is flipped. They're playing, or no, it's not. Never mind. I was actually accidentally on round 4. So, same layout, FPO, New London, 2 rounds, and then Ivy Hill, 2 rounds.
Yep. So, Holland Hanley, same thing. 8 under, Missy Gannon 7 under, Owen Scoggins 6, Silva Sarnen 5 under, Pierce is 4 under, Ella Hansen as well at 4 under, and then Mandahano and Kat Merch are tied at 3 under. So, and then it goes down from there, and then Katrina Allen in there. And it's funny, you haven't seen much out of Katrina Allen this year, but man, she's just like sneaky. She's there still. So,
and you know who was supposed to be in the championship was Haley King, and she had to drop out due to a ankle injury.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I saw that this morning actually when I was just
it looks like
around social media.
Sophia Donake got bumped in there, huh?
No, she was. Oh yeah, that could be. Yeah, because Madison Walker had snuck in originally. She was took the place of Kristin, and then so I think Sophia. That makes sense.
Well, good for her. Yeah. So, I'm excited to see it. It's an interesting... I think the way that they formatted it this year seems a little more fair and true to the season as far as the playoffs. But, man, I sure would, I'll complain about anything for sure. But wouldn't it be nice to just see him play heads up at this point? You know, like you narrowed it down. You got the top 17 players or however many.
Yeah, right.
You know, and why not just let them play now?
Well, I thought it was more. I
know they've changed the format, so they might have done that before.
Like, I thought it was fun when, you know, Nathan Queen had his epic run, you know, a couple of years ago. Eric Oakley had had to qualify, and he had like a pretty epic run. I think he fell just short in the like semifinals, but like he had to make some like huge putts to like stay in it.
Yeah. I was trying to think of who else did that. I can't remember his name. Why can't I not remember his name right now? He just had a baby. Married to Wysocki's sister.
Yuli did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yuli did the same thing. So, yeah. But personnel, yeah. So, out of the 25 guys, I mean, it's going to be a tight race for sure. So, all right. Who are you going to pick for the winner chicken dinner?
Gosh. Can he go back to back? I think I'm going to pick Gannon.
Gannon Burr.
I feel like I know one stroke isn't much, but I'm going to take him to win it.
Okay. Man, going back to back, he does have a 1-stroke lead going into it. I'm going between Isaac Robinson and Paul Macbeth right now. Man, the way Paul's been playing, like I just want to, and we're not going to spoiler alert yet, but I just want to pick Macbeth for the win. So he has to overcome a 2-stroke deficit, but that's well within his ability to do so.
It is.
So there you go. All right, that's what I think. All right, FPO. I'm just going to stick with Holland on this. I'm going to keep her at top. I think she's going to do it. Oh, man, this is a difficult courses, though. They're super difficult courses, and Owen's only 2 strokes back.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with Hanley.
Okay. Man. I'm just kind of looking at like hole distances and everything on both courses.
Missy Gannon is right there too, and
I know.
could go back to back. And
that's what I was thinking.
She's kind of on a heater.
She is kind of on a heater.
Man.
Although I like the way Silva played this past weekend, even though she didn't win. Man. Yeah, I'm going to take Missy.
Gannon. Okay, you're going to go Gannon and Gannon.
Yeah, I'm going to say both of them win back-to-back championships. I think Missy does well with the pressure.
I think it's a very, very good possibility. So, and this is the 10th annual.
Yes.
So, God, it has been that long, huh?
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that when I saw the headline. I was
nuts.
like, 10th annual.
I know.
2015. Steve Dodge.
I was going to say, because I remember it happening, but I don't feel like the first one was really that big of a deal, was it?
No, it definitely didn't seem like it was that big of a deal.
I wish I could see the past winners, like who they were.
Well, because you know why it doesn't? Well, I was going to say it is a big deal, but you know, you get to the end of the season at Maple Hill, right? And they're announcing the Maple Hill winner, and then they go on and they're like, okay, here's the DGPT points champion at the end of the year, like Holland Hanley and, you know, Gannon. And you're like, okay, cool. But then there's the playoff championship, you know, to play for. And it's like, oh, well, it's kind of like a bonus at this point, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like you got the points champion and then you have the tournament champion. So the tour, so it's kind of interesting.
It's goofy. It's goofy a little bit, and it
kind of reminds me of like a lot of the soccer championships have this, right? Like you have your end of the season championship. You're playing the season to earn points, and you get the league championship, and then all of a sudden they have all these other like cups. There's like, England, it's the FA Cup. They have the Carabao Cup, and then there's champion. Like there's all these different tournaments, and you're like, okay, well, here's your winner for this, and that's the big deal. Like it's kind of funny.
It is. Like you said, it's a lot like. Well, I mean, you think about when we were kids, there were 3 or 5 bowl games in college football.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now, like, what are 60? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not that many.
And then the same thing with college football. You could be the Orange Bowl championship, and like that was a huge deal. But now it's like you're in the Orange Bowl, you win the Orange Bowl, and you move on to go play the national championship game. And it's weird too because back in the day, there was a team that I forgot who it was. It was Michigan, I think, and Notre Dame. They tied, like they both won a bowl game, and then they ended the point with like the same amount of AP points or same record, and it's like, oh, we got to split the national championship.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's that nonsense? But back in the day when we were, like, the national championship wasn't really the national championship either.
Right.
I mean.
Well, that's the other crazy thing because there's the USA Today poll and then there was the AP poll. You had 2 different polls with 2 different champions, and that's why they had to come up with the playoff.
Yeah.
So.
And it is kind of nuts, but that is the. I have to say that what it is I don't know. Is it a money grab? Is it a entertainment value? What is it with DGPT and all these different like tour points winner and then a playoff and then and you're like,
is it a money grab though? Because like the DGPT is not really. They're still operating at a loss, from what I understand. Like they're still not really making anything.
Yeah, I mean,
it could be a money grab as far as
trying.
Right.
Like,
yeah, it could be a money grab as far as like still trying to stay afloat. Right.
Yeah. I mean, like if you were falling off a cliff, would you try to reach for the edge? Like,
yeah. Exactly.
True. Just saying. Or the branches or whatever on the way down.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if I would necessarily. I mean, I call it a money grab only because, but I think it's just another level of entertainment that they're trying to give. And we'll see. We'll see how it ends up turning out. And in the long run, hopefully, creepers. And in the long run, hopefully they end up surviving because they're good. But I just feel like they've extended themselves too far based off of 21, 22 numbers. I mean, I think we talked about this already. Mm-hmm. And now we're starting to see it in payouts. We're starting to see it in, just how the operations are moving. Now, do I think they're in huge trouble? No, not really. I really don't think they are. I think they'll be around for many more years. But, man, once again, we got to start putting money into the sport before anything's going to change. So... all right, man. So we got Cannon and Gannon on JP's side, and I'm going to do Macbeth and Handley for the 2 winners. I think any of these people that are in here can win.
Yeah.
And I think historically, in DGPT, the championship, that can happen. And we've seen it happen. Because what's his fut's done since he's won it?
Queen?
Queen, yeah. Like, not much,
not
right?
Much, right, yeah.
And what did he do before that? Not much. Like he kind of made it, and that's how his name is legacy now. And I think there's, maybe there's not like Gibson was already kind of a household name just because how far he could throw. Mm-hmm. And he was also a pretty good player. But that's also how Gibson kind of got his notoriety, is placing very well in the Pro Tour finale. Right. So I don't know. It's still a fun and interesting. It's something different. It's not the same old. So
exactly.
Excited to watch it. All right. Anything else on that?
No, I think that's it. I think, just it's gonna be kind of bummer, like having these the end of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then like the excitement of what's gonna happen in the off season.
Right. That's the fun part, because when we thought last year, we were like, man, nothing's really going to happen. That's going to top the Macbeth year.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Uh-huh. So, but that's a real feeling, though, when something comes to an end. Like I woke up yesterday morning sad because it was the last game. Like, I'm done now.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of the same thing with disc golf. Like, man, we're done. Like, Yeah. I mean, even like Door County here, we're going to have our last tournament. and then we're done for the season. Like,
Yeah.
kind of a bummer.
Right.
Although we're already starting to plan for next year. Speaking of, I got to get back to Josh Ham. But with that being said, we'll go on to the United States Disc Golf Championship, which has happened, and we'll talk about some winners. I was able to watch essentially the highlights, and then I was able to watch some coverage, but I didn't sit down and watch the entire thing. But we have 2 winners, and they are not who we chose. So here we go. So yeah, so I chose on the men's side Macbeth, Barella, and Robinson, and I had Gossage as my wild horse or dark horse.
Yep.
You chose Burr, Antila, and Macbeth with who? How did I rank
Cole
them?
Rodalin.
Rodalin, yeah, as your
Yeah.
wild horse or black dark horse, whatever.
So, I mean, Macbeth did finish 3rd.
Yeah. So you got Macbeth right. And then Antila and Burr. So Burr, I believe, was 10th, 7th.
7th.
And then Antila was 5th. So it wasn't bad. I mean, you were in the top 10 with all of yours. So,
Yeah.
and I think that's a little, no, I got mine too. So I chose Macbeth, Barella, Robinson. And Barella fared pretty well.
Yes, I would say.
Macbeth fared pretty well. And then Robinson came in 10th.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I'm trying to see where Cole Rodalin ended up. I don't think he did well.
No, he's down. And Gossage was 15th. So I think overall, I beat you.
Yeah, Cole Rodalin got 73rd. Ouch.
Ooh, he didn't even make the cut.
No.
He didn't make cash. Look at that. So, all right. We'll go over the winners. So cover yours if you want to hear the winners. So AB takes down, for the very first time, U.S. Championship. So he is now a U.S. champion.
Yeah,
Officially.
First major.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a good major to go on.
It is definitely a good
It was
major.
Hanley
to start.
last year too, right?
What's that?
Hanley last year too, right?
She got throw pink last year.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So, yeah, man, that's awesome. So good for Barella. And, I mean, we've said it over and over and over again, man. His ceiling is so high. So high. And I still don't think he's there. I still think he can do a lot better.
Oh, I know.
Man, he's so good. Like, when it all clicks for him, and he's still young, and I know it sounds weird, but studies say that it's somewhere in your mid-20s, even potentially your late 30s where you hit your physical peak.
I know. That's kind of crazy.
So crazy. So
It is.
crazy. I mean, but you think about some of the best players in the world, that's where they're at. You know, they play through their 20s and into their 30s.
Yeah.
And usually they retire unless you're LeBron James and keep playing forever, or Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, that's when you see the best out of everybody. And Barella's what, 20? 21 maybe?
No, he's a little more than that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's out of college, I think. I think
He
he's
did
like 20,
graduate.
I think
You're right.
he's like 22
You're
or
right.
23.
You're right. 100%. You're right. I'm trying to find it. Let's see if it gives him a. I like his big head picture on his PGA page.
I wonder if the head will be a little bigger now that
Oh, it's true. He might.
that he won a major.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, he's been playing in the PDJ since 2010. So, I mean, and that is quite impressive. He was playing MA2 in 2010.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, all right. So there you go. AB, congratulations. I am super happy for you. And even though the Disc Golf Pro Tour can't even get the headlines right, I still give you the win, even though I gave it to Macbeth.
Hey, man, Paul had the lead after round one.
He did. He played super solid. Like
He did.
Macbeth played super, super solid. So, all right. And then at the same time, we had Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf Championship happening. All right. So here's my picks. I picked Handley, Owen, and Gannon, and then Pierce as my dark horse. And I don't know why. Like, Pierce is not a dark horse. So,
No, she's not.
no.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, she ended up on the lead card, final round. Mm-hmm. Although she was a ways back. Like
Yes.
she would have had to throw a perfect round in order to get anywhere close.
Or for them to throw really bad rounds.
Yes.
And then you had Silva Sarnen, Handley, and Bird. And then might I have Valerie Mandujano as your dark horse?
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert. Here you go. Cover your ears. Missy Gannon takes it down to 13 under. So Missy Gannon, big money Missy, truly takes it down. And this should put her all-time money lead, right? Pretty darn close to it.
Oh, I don't know
with
about
Paige's win this last. Yeah, put her.
Well,
yeah.
no, but like because it was Kristin that was chasing Paige.
But Gannon wasn't far behind her.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true. She actually wasn't that far
Yeah,
behind.
and
So
I know Gannon's had, 2 wins since then, since we talked about it last.
that,
It'd be pretty darn close, I
yeah.
bet.
So she ended up
Pretty darn
winning
close.
15 grand.
Yeah.
Paige and let's see payouts. Paige got, oh, I can't see. Anyway, yeah, that's what it said. So Paige was, what's it gonna say?
Man.
I don't see it. Anyway, but Paige ended up in lead card, which for the final round, but I mean, like she was just so far behind. She was 11 strokes off of Annalie, who kind of like came out of nowhere. Like I don't know if a lot of people know much about her. Like I don't.
No.
Like
I don't know if I've ever... I would recognize that name if I've seen it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've never seen that name before.
So, I mean, before, like we were talking before we got on, I was like, I know she used to be sponsored by Discmania. Like I was just kind of on her social media like a while ago. She's currently an Innova sponsored, and she's Estonian. I mean, that's really all I know about her. 133 career events, 22 wins.
Yeah. 38,000 in career earnings.
Yeah.
She's 957 or 958 rate, 957 rated.
But I mean, she got 6th at DGP or at the Green Mountain Championships, 3rd at Turku, 4th at PCS, 7th at European Disc Golf, and I mean, she's got a couple of European wins this year. So I don't know. She's somebody that I feel like if we saw her on tour like regularly, I mean, maybe she would become more of a household name.
Yeah, I think so. She's got cool hair too.
Yeah, I think. But yeah, I mean, she was on it. I mean, the whole tournament. You know, like Missy led after round 1. You know, she had a 1-stroke lead over Annalie, but then Annalie took over up until the finals, and then just kind of gave it away. I mean, she had a clean front 9, and then at the turn, you know, hole 11 bogeyed, and then she got a double on 16 and another bogey on 14. And then actually it was I think on hole 10 that Silva actually ended up taking the lead of the tournament and held on to it all the way until the final hole. And like, she just kind of
just fell apart.
Well, I mean, she fell apart much earlier than that, but you know, that's where.
But I mean, you know, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So she just took a bogey, double bogey, bogey. Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Right? Just, but then, you know, Missy was like starting to play well. Everybody kind of like played pretty clean through the first like 4 or 5 holes. Like even watching, like the weather was terrible. It was super windy like the whole weekend. And then, you know, Missy like had like, was it hole 6? I forgot. There was one hole she had this really wicked spit out, and I was just like, oh, but like Annalie had one too, and then the baskets were just being new baskets. Like nobody, like I saw a couple with Nicholas Antala had some really bad like you know, discs were going through the chains. He hit one like dead center post, and it looked like the chains didn't even move, and it just like spit out at him. And I was just like, "Are you gotta be kidding me?"
Well, I think that's some of the issues with the new disc catchers, man. Their chains are so heavy.
Yeah,
like you got to putt with velocity.
Yeah, because like someone was mentioning that on Reddit before. Like the only thing that's the top band's a little narrower.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the circumference of the basket itself is different, or not like the circumference, not the basket, but like the chains, like the circumference of the chains or something might be a little different redesign. But I don't know. I mean, you see, like
I've never played on them, so I couldn't.
Because even Missy like had one of the putts, like she missed, I think left or right. I don't remember exactly, and it should have caught and just out.
Push it right out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same issue you get with mock X's.
Right, it
And
is.
the Disc Catcher Pros, like when they first released them, that was the same thing. If you hit high right or high left, like you probably shouldn't get that putt anyways, but most other, disc catchers would have usually caught them, like the old disc catchers.
Yeah.
They don't anymore. Like any of the high-end baskets, they don't catch anymore, except for maybe the veterans. But the veterans are like, they're kind of behind now. Like the DD veterans or Latitude 64, what are they called? The pros or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's, it's not a reason because it was an absolute like massacre. There was really like Silva probably was the only one that really had a chance outside of that, but Gannon just held true.
Yeah. I mean, third place Silva had a 10-stroke lead over Paige. Like, and Paige made lead card. Like, really nobody had a chance. Like, Sophia Doneke played pretty well, and she moved up ahead of everybody, but that's because nobody really played that.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, it was an off day. I mean, Paige Pierce 5 over. Hannah Wynn, like, 5 over? Really? I mean, what was hot round? 4 under? Hot round with Sophia Doneke
and Valerie.
Mandano.
Yeah.
So, it was it had to have been a rough one out there. So,
but, from what I understand is the women like coming to this course because it really does test them in ways that they don't get tested at other courses.
Yep.
So, it's, I don't know. I'm always,
and they play the same course, right?
Yeah, it's Winthrop.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there's no alternate tee pads or anything, right? Or do they play the same? No, they made changes to it. They used to play the same course when they first brought him over. And I know they made some changes to it. So I lie. Just kidding.
Yeah. But
so congratulations to Missy Gannon and Mr. Barella. So well deserved for both. All right. Anything thought-provoking or inspirational to leave us on?
Dang it, I had something thought-provoking or inspirational when I don't second guess it. Don't second guess the choices you make.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because like it was funny. This happened to me this week. It was just like something dumb. Like I upgraded our internet at home.
Okay.
And so I was like, I just made the choice. I was like, I'm going to do this. And then I called the old company that I had the internet through, and the lady on the other line's like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? Blah, 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 blah. And she's like trying to talk me down, all these offers and everything. I was like, sounds good, but no, I'm going to stick to the decision I made. And so it was
You ended up going charter?
No, we went, well, I thought about it. I went with T-Mobile.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Internet.
I've heard.
And it's pretty good so far. Like,
Okay.
it's definitely faster than what we had originally.
Because you had broadband?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I didn't want to say the whole name.
no, but it wasn't great. We had outages here and there. And like, it is cellular, but it's a different band than the cell phones. It's like, something, equipment's different. So it should work out pretty well. I'm curious how it's going to work this weekend with all the people in Sister Bay, but
Sure enough. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's been fine so far. I like this weekend. I'm getting ahead of myself. This weekend was really busy, but yeah. And I just think too, the decision thing with disc golf, like if you're going to step up to the tee pad with a disc, don't second guess your decision. Or if you're lining up for a putt and you're thinking about just give it.
Yep, exactly. I think that's great sport advice. Make a choice, stick with it, don't second guess it, because if you're second guessing it, you're not confident in your shot, you're not going to give it everything you have.
Right.
And that's a huge thing with disc golf, because disc golf, we carry so many discs that do very slightly different things.
Right.
And when you step up there with the T-Bird, but you wanted the T-Bird L, or you wanted the T-Bird 3, or maybe I should have went with the Lariat, or,
Yeah.
like you start running that stuff through your head, you're not confident in your shot anymore. Like, grab your disc, go throw your disc. Like, just let it do what it's going to do. I like that.
I might, I was just looking through my bag today, and I went on through some new discs that I hadn't thrown. So I just got it's a Vex Breaker Requiem, which is a high-speed driver from ThoughtSpace. And it's the Vex Breaker plastic is the Jawbreaker Z.
Okay, yeah.
So it's it feels good and everything. But I was just going through my bag today, and I'm looking at my bag. I'm like, I got a PD, I got a FD3, I've got the Vanguard, I've got all these discs that are the same. And last year I threw 4 or 5 discs.
Yeah.
The whole tournament last year. But I have all these discs because if I lose something, I know that I have the backup.
Yeah.
But
I saw your registration come up, by the way.
yeah, I did the other day. And I was really contemplating. I was like, I might switch divisions.
Yeah, okay.
I'm thinking about it. So, I mean, it would be nice to...
What would be the switch?
From MA3 to MA2.
Okay. I think so.
Yeah. Or there's not really... I mean, there's really no difference between playing MA2 and MA40 because it's the same layout. It's just different competition. But yeah, no, I finished pretty well last year in MA3. And I feel like I could probably compete in F8 or MA2. FA2.
Yeah.
But
I think you could too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially FA2.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to Matt about it, or we'll see.
You can make. I think you can make the change. I think it's set up to where you can make the change yourself if you want to.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
Just go back onto disc golf scene and then.
Yeah, I think it's probably a $10 difference or something between divisions, but yeah. So it's something I'm thinking about.
Well, very nice. So we'll end it on the update. So the Door County Disc Golf Weekend, so the Fall Classic, and then the Door County Doubles is happening 2 weeks from now, essentially.
The 25th,
26th.
Yep, 25th, 26th.
Yep. And they're almost full, both of them. Well, doubles isn't yet, but we just opened some more spots. So we were at 70.
Yep. Now it's up to 84 because it's 21 holes instead of 18. So there's room for extras. Yeah.
Yep. So there's some more spots open, but we're pretty darn close to being full. I mean, I think we were 8 spots away when we opened the rest of them up. And that was just a miscommunication between Matt and I. I should have told him we had the 21 rather than setting up for the 72 for the 18.
Right.
So we have it. And then, but it looks like we'll probably fill it up. I don't think there's going to be an issue with that.
13 spots left.
Yeah.
So we're at 71 out of
better.
84. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, because we only had 8 spots left when we opened the additional spots left. So, which was another 16 spots.
Yeah.
So we're already well past what we would have been at. And then, so I think we'll end up. So if you want to get on there, I mean, once you hear this, go ahead and go up and sign up. Disc Golf Scene, it's on there. And then the doubles is there as well. That will be held at Wildberry, and same format we always do. So it's usually we do best shot, alternate shot, or 2 best shot rounds. We haven't quite figured it out. I don't know if it's up there yet. And then it'll be a nice essentially all cash purse. That's what we're gonna go with, and then do some payouts or disc payouts for the AMs, funny money. So. I think outside of that, that's about it. But we had that Disc to Pier this past weekend. Not an amazing turnout, but it worked. And people were there and people were doing. So, maybe next year it'll be a little better. But yeah. And then...
Isn't the Space Race and the Ace Race this coming Sunday?
I thought it was this week.
Oh, it was?
Just passed,
okay.
Yep.
Maybe that's what it was. I thought...
Passed.
Right on. I thought it was the 19th, but maybe I read the dates wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just passed.
Okay.
I hope. No feedback because I wasn't there. So, yeah, it was this weekend.
Okay.
So, yeah. So there you go. But I think outside of that, keep it subpar and deuces.